Welcome in the ring, folks, each and every one of you. Wherever you're joining us from tonight, it's our privilege to have all of you here. Share the live and smash that emoji button. Great to see each and every one of you on the live, folks. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Ringsiders, we give you a snapshot of the last 48 hours. Who knows, the last 72, perhaps. Good to have all of you. Wherever you're joining us from, you know, once you come into 592, Once you come. Good evening to Claire and to Edward and to Mavis and Everett and Renella and Beatrice and that's my brother there. Norma and Koana and Dandy and Stacy and you folks are saying no sound. Are you guys hearing us? We got sound at our end. Somebody says no sound. Can you guys hear us? Can you guys hear me? I saw no sound there. Mavis, I done share the live. Pretty Milicia says loud and clear. Ring the bell one time for Pretty Milicia. Ring it one time, you know. We gotta stick together though. So just in case you don't have your hearing aid, you know. Us big people, we gotta stick together, you know. Before I come on, I gotta make sure all my fillings, you know, my acrylics and so on in place. But good to be watching out for y'all. You don't have to worry about the damn thing. We watching out. We watching out for y'all. Hope y'all feeling sitting tight tonight. You know, sit down like good concrete, good molding. Sit down. You know, you could take a punch and pop. Feeling a movie, no? Feeling like so whap. Come back in place, sir. Good evening to each and every one of you. Forbes says, I'm hearing you loud and clear. And this Forbes says, yo. You all know them Forbes powerful. Each and every one of them. If Forbes say he's hearing us, folks, welcome to all of you. We hope that you guys are good and well. Wherever you're joining us from tonight, pull it back a little bit. Good to have you on the live. I see, oh, lad. We have this crepe breed. This crepe. Good night, crepe breed. Wayne Brown, Savage, Tish. Good to have you. Good to have, I see Marcel and Dolly and Jamal and, oh, you had to go mention Ali Cock, eh? You did good. You ever wake up good? Most days I wake up and I choose violence. Of recent, you just wake up and you say one time, violence. You know, wounded today, badly wounded, but good to have all of you on the live. You can't wait for come wrong. Yeah, you can't wait for come wrong there, folks. But good night to all of you. Wherever you're joining us from, it's a privilege to be here with you guys. Another evening, as per normal. It's a privilege. Last evening we couldn't be here with you, and we apologize. You know, somebody called me this morning, and I got a big views out. Let me see. Yeah, I got a big views out. The folks say I had my fish and my thing set. All right, I had my fish and the chips and so on set, and you are no show. Well, I can't tell you everything. We said once we're not here, we working. We don't put up with foot, you know. We don't run out with any of all sorts. And you all know once we're not here, you know by now, we work. You know, to bring you folks the valid and credible information. Great to see each and every one of you on the live tonight. Wherever you're joining us from, folks, pace and power and pace. It is what it is, and happy to have all of you here with us. You all know these elections. Let me get myself some space. I'm feeling very mischievous tonight. Now one year advance. You know these elections are upon us. We did tell you to expect the unexpected. You know, a lot of folks in Ketcha and Banter. A lot of folks, you hear? Ante Banter, like you never see it before. So brace it over. Pace and power Race it over. So these elections are upon us, and you're seeing all kinds of things, you know, some strange. Look, I tell you all already, but like some people don't believe me. Some people maybe don't watch our broadcast often. All you got nothing to worry about with me, you know, and some of the other folks that I know. Shamila, Ed Jill, good to see you on the live tonight. Emily Durant, Edward Brooms, right? Olney, good to have you on the live. It's Olney or Olney, right? And then I see, is it Tarsika or Tarsik? Tarsicia? Tarsi, my yama's got simple names, the Miss Norton. Please and thank you. You always be good. You know, the folks from Essequibo who live in the East Bank, good evening to you. Listen, Pim. Y'all know y'all have tried reaching you today. Pim. How y'all doing? Folks, good night to all of you. As I said, these elections are upon us. Think it not strange. Think it not strange when you see certain things happen. You got to get his stomach fit. You got to get the belly. I looked at myself of recent. I got the belly. Hey, boy, y'all know that. I ain't going to damn place. I did right here. Then I tell you all that. I'm on this part of the field. Right? If y'all ever hear I say anything basta during this electoral cycle, right? Know something wrong. Watch the wink. You know something is up. I have no, y'all tell who I know. I have no intentions of leaving the AFC, of resigning from the AFC, right? And starting any place else. If they want me gone, they're going to have to excommunicate me. I'm signed up. I take matters very seriously. I've signed up as a member of the Alliance for Change up until 2029. Yep. Last conference we had, national conference, you know, I just signed up one time, 2029. So y'all got me until then, unless y'all revoke my membership and declare me persona non grata. My membership is signed up until 2029. Sorry. Sorry. Yeah. Until 2029. So I'm not going anyplace. But I have said to you, I would prefer, you got a lot of coalitions these days. You got a lot of coalitions these days and coalitions. I would prefer a coalition that involves the PNCR. Right? The PNCR got the numbers. Right? The PNCR got the numbers, they got the strength, they got the machinery. You don't think I'm pagly? I may just look the part. I may look the part, but it won't come around me funny. Don't do it. Don't do it. There's a lot of people switching it up. A lot of people switching it up. I want to tell you all, don't get nervous. Right? Don't get nervous. Hold a focus. Hold the fort. Do not get nervous. Too many people getting nervous. And folks, when you operate in that environment, you're going to make mistakes. You could count the mistakes Irfaan made in the last 5 years. But Irfaan still stand up here, you know. Oh, he loved the power. He loved that power. You ever heard the analogy of the dog and the egg? That metaphor? That fable? Dog and sucking egg? All right. You know the whole thing already. Come to the front of the class. You know the whole story already. Right? Some of y'all say good. And then bottom. Some of y'all even know y'all they good. Why don't we start there? Some of y'all don't even know when y'all they good. Some of y'all they good. Folks, the walking guitar. You got on, you keep. You better on, you keep. I see guitar in the bottom house. I've been looking. for a collation photograph with Gita on the bottom house. Yeah. Y'all look backstabbing Gita. Same Gita. I've been looking for a photograph with Gita on the bottom house. I still looking. But what was of interest to me today, seeing a photograph with Gita on the bottom house with PPP colleagues, is that everybody's still on tight. Everybody's still uncomfortable. Gita walking by. Gita walking. You best be careful. I saw Carl Greenwich through the Guyana Standard. In an article today, say beware, Gita. Warning his PPP colleagues. Beware of Gita. I say, y'all better take things from Carl. Carl putting y'all on notice. Warning his PPP colleagues. Beware of Gita. This girl undermine this whole thing. Right? Y'all know when y'all come from 60 to 0 so fast. Right? I hope they're not listening to him. I hope, folks. I hope the people is not listening to Carl. Don't listen to him. I don't know why Carl giving out these secrets just like that. They gonna learn about Gita. So the folks sit long tight, nice and comfortable. But this got so many layers to it. It's interesting. It got a lot of layers to it. It's tremendously interesting. Now, when you gotta take APNU former, let me be clear. When you gotta take former APNU AFC people, PNC people in particular, to sell your cause why you should be elected, you see there's a wide open race. When the former APNU AFC people gotta come to tell your supporters why you should be re-elected, you see you in the bad spot. I thought the PPP soaring so high that the works alone can speak for itself. But how you can sell Hosoro Secondary School to these people? How you can do that? How you can sell the hospital in Santa Rosa and the contract signed since last year, a brick and layers yet? How you going to sell that to the people? Right? So you got Razzle now. You got put on theater and performance like action happening over here. Huh? Ain't that happening? When APNU AFC people got to now come and sell you people and sell you to your people. But there no Gita. You better take warning from Carl Greenwich. Gita would sell your people, sell you, sell Carl. You see Carl same far. Sell all y'all and get change. Y'all gonna learn about Gita. But I telling y'all, don't listen to Carl. What does he do? Y'all go down the road with Gita. Go down the road with Gita. Please and thank you. And you see this whole thing about Irfaan Ali and the PPP, getting these 1 and 2 endorsements from former APNU people, APNU AFC people, right? It is rubbing a lot of PPP folks the wrong way. It is rubbing a lot of PPP folks the wrong way. I'm certain you got PPP people watching us right now who never see themselves in a photograph on the PPP Facebook page. And there is Gita. All because she said she support Irfaan. She getting front page billing and people in the trenches in the PPP every day walking, never see themselves in a photograph. They must vex. Well, folks, good folks, brothers and sisters, this question was put to Irfaan Ali today. Right? The question was put to Irfaan Ali by one Dennis Shabral. How come you say these people are riggers and every international forum, or the rigging and the digging and the frigging, what have you? But your embrace. Well, Irfaan seems to suggest there was some secret confessional and they are absolved from their sins. I thought that's the role for the court. So maybe we could bring all these court trials and so on to a speedy conclusion. We could knock out the court and so on, and you could just declare, you're no longer a rigger. Go and sin no more or what have you. So why are you wasting taxpayers' money now, man? Please and thank you. If the question was put to Irfaan, how come on one day you could be a rigger, you could be bad for democracy, and then once you utter the magic words, suddenly you're no longer persona non grata. You're the chosen one.
Mr. President, some of the people who are joining the PP were some of the people who you were part of the camp that you say allegedly rigged the 2020 elections.
Yes, that's a great question.
So then, why are you so accommodating to these people?
So that's an excellent question.
And now praising them.
No, Shabral, hold on. That's an excellent question. You notice I said just now, those who are preaching about moral compass have not seek forgiveness from the Guyanese peoples yet. Those who have now are embracing a democratic force have acknowledged in embracing that democratic force, in embracing the philosophy and the messaging that we were part of something that was not in the best interest of Ghana. And many of them have spoken to us. We don't have to wash our sins. We don't have to wash, you're a man of God. Are you? I know you. If you are a man of faith, you would know that forgiveness has a process, and forgiveness is a part of moving forward. So these persons are not only moving forward, they're explaining upon what platform they're moving forward. They're moving forward knowing that they're part of something better for Guyana, better for the society, better for democracy, better for the rule of law, and that they're removing themselves from something that did not represent this. And that speaks for itself.
What do you say to your supporters who say that these people are newcomers and they're coming for the so-called sweet?
First of all, I don't know that...
While they have been toiling for decades in the party.
Okay. I don't know that this is a widespread view.
He didn't say it's a lie. He didn't say it's a lie. I don't think it's a widespread. It's a widespread view. You know what I love is how Irfaan thinks he's being so philosophical. Right? We don't wash our sins. We don't wash our sins. I think the expression is that we don't wash our dirty linen in public. Right? But the educated, the doctor, the good doctor, we don't wash our sins. You're a religious man, right? Right, Dennis? You're a religious man. We don't wash our. So it's when he says you absolve from these sins of rigging, alleged rigging and so on. Is that the quote? It's Irfaan. Who knew? Who knew? So we see the walking guitar. The same thing applies. You see, Irfaan says when you cross the Rubicon, if you ever cross it, right, you're sanctified. That's what he says. Once you cross the Rubicon, right? And for me, once you cross it, you're a trench crapo, you're a tadpole, you're a cricketer. Once you cross it, it's a jumping bird. So the walking guitar. The walking guitar. I tell you all this. By the end of this campaign, y'all will recognize guitar. I know I tell you. Right? Y'all see how the first lady start this race here? If people don't point at the first lady now, you pass it straight. Yo, I see what you did there, guitar. I see what you did there. I see what you did there. I see this light. Nothing else ain't working, so you figure this thing here. Something happening. Donald, Aria, Irfaan. Yeah. Saw a young lady recently said, Irfaan, and come to Anna in a long time. Once he ever come here, he come, thief me vote and he gone. She didn't recognize Irfaan when he come back. That's the problem. That is the real problem. She got The last time he went, she did not recognize him. That's the real thing. Right? That's the real thing. By the time you all see Gita again, you all recognize Gita. you will not recognize Gita. You going to want to know. Once you cross the Rubicon, you just start thinning off. Rastaman, boxer, Renamingo. We all see Gita again. You say, oh, this is Angelina Jolie. But I tell you, I feel mischievous tonight. But okay, Gita. As I told you, I was looking for a photograph to see Gita on the bottom house. On this side, couldn't find it. But I must warn y'all, it's more than bottom house meeting. You see? More than bottom house meeting. These papers not gonna sell themselves. Right? You think this paper is gonna sell itself? Right? You got all you keep. You think you come over here as a high flyer? No, you got to start at the bottom. Look, I'm told that every PVPite, like a Jehovah's Witness, you got a certain quota of magazines and newspapers you got to sell. So in your lifetime, you might got a 4 million. Now, if some people join early, you know, like people who are born PVP, you probably got your 3.5 million papers you done sell already. You can imagine people who coming in late. You got to pick up the pace a little bit. That's why every time you turn, you see James in the papers, in a lawyer, what name lawyer, businessman, you better go and sell little papers and shut your damn mouth and sit down. Lie who? Business who? You better go up to New Amsterdam and sell some papers. Right? You better go and sell some papers. When nonsense you talk, you a lie who? Businessman? You on contract? You better pick up on your quota papers to sell. So watch out, Gita. Watch out. Right? Some people say, good, you know. We know why, yeah, but y'all say, some people say, good. And then they run out. So I heard Sydney endorsed the rigging cabal just last week. And still, Irfaan was embroiled in a taxation scandal. And Irfaan talking about forgiveness. Well, you can't absolve yourself now, can you? Just last week, Irfaan involved in secret deals with folks. Lamborghini, Hummer, helicopter, you know, military drones, and all of that. What's up? Anything you lack, what's up, Irfaan? Irfaan out here now, talking about who is now absolved from any alleged accusations of rigging. You know, get to get ready, girl. Papers. Better put on your boots. Better tighten your laces. Put on your boots. That being said, former APNU AFC minister, Sidney Alicock, he said he can't talk for nobody. Right? Sidney had an honest moment this afternoon. Sidney Alicock, he had an honest look. I've been inquiring about Sidney Alicock. I heard Sidney the sick. I don't know. I heard he was thin. I heard he was sick. Today I saw him say, look, Irfaan did a couple of things, and I want him to continue. You better put on your boots though. You better tighten your laces as well. And then the man had a moment of honesty. Thank you, Sidney.
What I'm doing is my personal take, and I don't want them to feel that they should be forced into anything. So I know there's going to be a lot, but this is politics moving into politics.
Yeah. You see, there's a man who understands the nature of the business now. Sidney said, I know you can get a lot of lash, right? But it's now moving from politics to politics. If that is not a moment of honesty, folks, you will never see one in this campaign. He said no and get a lot of lash. Well, how are you going to prove you wrong, Sydney? Huh? You trench crapo, you tadpole, you cricketer. How are you going to prove you wrong? Huh? You soup drinker, you? Wicked, stink, and dirty. You knew it was coming. You knew it was coming, Sydney. He said you just moved from politics to politics. You won't hear such honesty from another soup drinker in your lifetime.
What I'm doing is my personal take, and I don't want them to feel that they should be forced into anything. So I know there's going to be a lot of lash, but this is politics, moving into politics.
Yeah. Enter Gita, the latest newspaper seller. Politics to politics. That is what it is. And that's it. Serious business here. What's the ask, Sydney? What is the ask? What are they asking for? What are you asking for? Diane? Kieran? Shamila? Politics? That's when he went in the Upnu AFC. He said, politics now. Politics now. Onyx Duncan, I see you in the live, my brother. He's a soup drinker. He wicked, stink, and dirty. Wicked, stink, and dirty. Frank, I see you there. I see it. We got some issues to talk about, and then we're going to circle back to some local issues. Trench crapo, Sydney. Yeah, trench crapo. He knew it was coming. He said, no, I got a lot of licks. Hold on, man. Hold on. Hold on. There's a man with a clean spirit. Pick up things. Right? He knows the terrain. He knows it. Trench crapo. That being said, folks, we got a lot of things happening out in the world. You think it's only Irfaan crazy? A lot of things happening in the world. Could you imagine a whole board just resign? The Fulbright board. This is an arm of the an entity in the State Department, and they look at overseas. I saw like Irfaan. They looks, my Lord. They look at overseas educational opportunities for persons to come and study in the US and so on. And they said the man of interfering. This is Irfaan 2.0. This is an interference government. Just like how Irfaan was interfering with GRA. And now, brother Irfaan, he absolving people from the sins. When who gonna absolve him? That presidential immunity? You can't get presidential immunity from corruption, from nepotism. So Trump, they say, according to the international reports, he was interfering in the work of the Fulbright board, an aspect of the State Department in the US of A. The whole board resigned. Y'all think it's easy, no? Huh? Y'all think it's easy? Please and thank you. While all that's happening, Washington has issued a warning, folks, that if you're in the States, you enter and you remain illegally, and they're coming for you. And you all see deploying all kinds of security personnel to go and hunt alien in Sydney. Yes, the aliens in the US of A, to hunt all of them. Right? I don't know if it's worth it. I don't know if, Irfaan them, Sydney, Gita, wicked, stink, and dirty. But I don't know. I know if it reached that point yet. Watching things to see how it goes. Y'all overstay, y'all gonna be in problems. You overstay, you go illegally, you're gonna damn problems. You're gonna damn problems. Folks, in this country, re-election season. Right? I remember some of y'all fighting. Why Norton can't shake? Irfaan hand is a simple thing. Now when a policeman shook the hand of Azruddin Mohammed, businessman. Right? The man get transferred from Region 1. Right? You know, for the man there, they got a man till by Crabwood Creek. Right? Till by Crabwood Creek. Because somebody come off the boat and you shake the hand as a form of courtesy. The PPP is so hypocritical. And that is why Dennis Chabral asked the question that he asked tonight. That is why he asked the question. What he really wanted to say. I know he didn't want to editorialize. When he said, he should have, what he really wanted to say is that you think he's a hypocrite here, Irfaan. For Monday, you say, there's riggers. Gita's a rigger. Sydney's a rigger. And then by Tuesday, oh, Sydney's an angel. He's a respected leader in the indigenous community. He's a hypocrite. He's a trench crapo, Irfaan. He's a hypocrite, a Jebusite. He's a Navakamite. He's a Philistine, and he's a Pharisee. That's what you are. And what you're doing now is trying to intimidate the political foe. But people are speaking out. People are waking up. While Sydney going to sleep. Trench Crapo Sydney going to sleep on the work. If you all and you call, come out the thing. Why are you out there embarrassing people? Come out the thing. People are waking up. You know, you heard some comments of recent as the Mohammed campaign was moving through the hinterland region, and I say to you of a truth, people are waking up and they're smelling the coffee, and they're like here for them. Remember them. People are remembering them. A lot of things on the ballot.
I voted for PPP. When the president came here, that was the only time he came here to Anai. He made his promises and he never fulfilled his promises. And that was the end of our president. One time he visited our village. We never saw him back after. And I am not speaking lie. And the rest of the villagers could tell you that.
See, do you hear them? We don't have time to play the whole thing. That young woman said, I was there. I blow balloon for them. Right? I sell papers for them. I match the colors, the red, the white, the black. I make the tea. The day we get them, we vote. We have never seen them back again. And the problems that were here for the last 32 years, the people in government, they're still here. They are still here. One time she see come. And once we say yes, say her. Never see back. Never see back. Now they come and say, give her for some time. Give her for some time. They even thief in the coalition tunes. Thief in the coalition members. I heard somebody today talk about they talk about don't stop the progress. There's some barefaced, hypocritical Jebusites, Nakavakamites, Jumbie Bird, Scarecrow, Carrion Crow, lice, hypocrites, hypocrites, the wicked. Wicked. I know they can hate me more, but the wicked stink and dirty. All of them. Right? All of them. I don't care. People in my party hate me. So what can I expect from the PPP? Huh? I see some people in my party saying, when you leaving? When you going? Well, they got tired. First see my face. I don't write in y'all. I ain't going to a damn place. You know? One problem I had my whole life. One problem.
When you're educated and you're talented and you're good looking, for some reason, they hate you. So anyway.
The one problem I had my whole life. That's what a gentleman was telling businessman Azruddin Muhammad in the interior. I said, this is a man after my own heart. That thing speak to me. That thing hit me different. When I heard him, you ever had a problem in your life? You couldn't articulate it. You didn't have vocabulary for it. Huh? You didn't have when I was a young man and I was introduced to some of the late, great Martin Carter's poetry, I said, this man write these books for me. You know? My hand is a banner for the revolution. I come from the nigger yard of yesterday. Death of a comrade. You're dead to me, Gita. You're dead to me, Sydney. I said, this man write these poems for me. You know? So when I heard my brother, I said, this man and I share the same concerns. The one problem I had me whole life. That's why I'm hated.
When you're educated and you're talented and you're good looking, for some reason, they hate you. So anyway.
You got the same problem getting life a share. You got the same issue. You know, you see when you're young and gifted, you see when you're old and you're smart, they're never like you. The good book says a prophet is never accepted. Never. But I see them. Irfaan, they ain't got no shame. They done thief out everything from the coalition. The thief out backstabbing Gita. The thief out Canberra Chief Sydney. The thief out the house slave one, James. A whole pack of them. Right? Now the one thief Azruddin moves. I see them trying to drum up excitement for Irfaan. It's the weirdest thing. You know, it's the weirdest thing. The weirdest thing. But listen, this is why I don't bother with people. Listen, there's only one you. Nobody can do you like you can do you. Don't afraid to be you. Don't hold back you. Please and thank you. There's only one you. And they could thief your ideas. They could try to work them the way you would work them. Folks, they can't make it. You know, watch them in the PPP. Start show. Started then, what is my name? What is my name again? Susan. Whoever else. Right? You know, watch them. So they're going to compete. How much shows start at 8 o'clock in the night? Trying to push us off here? Well, I can tell you something. 5 damn years, we still out here. We still out here. So they run up to Madia. They run up to Madia recently. Why they went up to Madia? Because they stink, wicked and dirty like Sydney. Like the soup drinkers, like the house slaves. They're wicked, stink and dirty like them. Just like the whole pack of them. Wicked, stink and dirty. Lash pelted tonight. Thank you, Sydney. You recognize what's going to come. Wicked, stink and dirty. So they run up. Hoping for the work, the mischief. That's what they're about. Mischievous set of people. Right? And then when last start pelt, instead of crying out now. You know, I love this country bad. We ain't going no way. We run things. Things don't run we. So all who believe, hey, Ryan, not my party. No, I can listen to me. Listen to me. You had some creatures, some animals. They survived the Big Bang. They survived the Dark Ages. You understand me? Long after we got taken the right. I like them. I like them. Long after this whole thing end, big shebang, right? I can be right here, start watching them. Right here, start watching. I say, hey, if I can be the last person on this side of the political aisle, the last person, I can guarantee it. I can turn the lights off when it's all over and done with. So they went to Madia, folks, trying to replicate. Well, the people from Madia, they weren't having it. They were not having it, folks. The people from Madia were not having it. Take a look.
Madia has about 5,000 people, big people, and the PPP come and keep meeting. So I'm going to show you how much people come out of the PPP meeting. I'm going to video the people, let me show you how much people come out of the PPP meeting. Where's the support the PPP get? I'm going to walk around now and video them how much people come out. This is the support of the people.
Which was not stimulating growth in the economy, especially in local village economies. So we're not going to make that mistake. And I encourage everybody to really sit and think hard about who has really got your back. Really sit and think hard about who you want to trust to make decisions for you and your family as we go into the future. So much has been done already. We want to build on that progress. We don't want to stop the progress. We don't want to decline. We see how easily the country can slip into depression. We saw that in the 2015 to 2020 period. We don't want to go back to those days of hardship, days of suffering. We want to move forward. We want to build on the progress of the last 5 years. So you have, I know elections is coming up on the 1st of September, and you have, in my view, a very easy choice, but I leave that up to you.
This is the support. I ain't see no Amerindian people and them thing. One. I ain't see no Amerindian people. The Amerindian people resist them fully. This most wonderful. The Amerindian people did not come out. The Amerindian people did not come out to hear this minister. And Madrid the Amerindian tongue has more people. And one or two Amerindian you see in the crowd there. The Amerindian people did not support them. Big up to the Amerindian people in Guyana. The Amerindian people showing a lot of resistance to this government. You could see that. They did not come out. They did not turn up here. None of them.
Elections is about you.
Yeah. Listen carefully. Make the right choice. You all hear the pleadings there? Now, if you've done all of these marvelous things, like you're saying, you build all these roads and schools and hospitals, it should be easy choice. It should be an easy choice, right? Why all these pleadings? Think hard. You all heard that? If you've been so wonderful, you supposed to think hard. The boy gets a real blow, right? Irfaan think he knows blow. He ain't get blow like he never seen before. Think hard. You hear that? Marcia, Frank, think hard. All these wonderful things. Cash grant, this grant, that, the terror, the next, James, treacherous guitar, Sydney. Think hard. You all heard the lies? But don't stop the progress. They thief it with slogans. And you think they easy? You all think they easy? That's why the girls, I ain't seen them in a long time.
I voted for PPP. When the president came here, that was the only time he came here to Anai. He made his promises and he never fulfilled his promises. And that was the end of our president. One time he visited our village. We never saw him back after. And I am not speaking a lie. And the rest of the villagers could tell you that.
That was the end of the president. That was the end. Irfaan has changed a lot since 2020. Maybe she missed him. She didn't. Arya changed a lot. Gita can change too. Right? You might recognize them or what have you. It's different people and a lot of things happening, folks. A lot of things happening. Yeah, I'm gonna brace it over. Please and thank you. Brace it over. That being said, folks, an update on the shooting death of Rondell Clark of Fowles on the East Coast on June 8th, I think it was. He was on his way home and was shot in Fowles where he lives. Folks and his family believes he was shot by a policeman. Right? His family believes he was shot by a policeman who he had a grievance with. Right? And there's another school of thought that suggests that a security guard in the area is a person who fired the fatal shot. We had an update. We have an update from his mother, Michelle Clark, after his post-mortem examination just today. Good folks, take a look and take a listen.
Clark. I am the mother of the deceased, Rhonda Clark, who was shot. Well, today we are at the Georgetown Hospital where a post-mortem was performed on the body of Rondell. Well, according to the pathologist, we were told that the cause of death was shock and hemorrhage due to a gunshot. That's all the police told us, the CID. We were also told by the clerk that if we want any further information from the pathologist, we have to get that through the lawyer. He has to write and ask for the details of the findings when the post-mortem was performed on Wonder's body, right? So
they talk about any warrants found anybody, anything. They give you any accusations for that?
Yes, we were told that they find a piece of metal in his body, but also like an exit, but a piece was remained in his body.
Piece of metal.
A piece of metal, just a piece.
Did they say if that is from a warhead or anything?
No, they didn't want to give me details. They said any further information from the lawyer, we have to obtain that.
This was confirmation that your son was shot. How you feel about this entire thing now that the reality has stepped in that, look, your son was shot, but you're not clear who shot it?
Well, I'm not clear in mine as yet. I know he was shot for a fact, right? But in my heart, I still believe it's the police shot my son and not the security guard. That is my feelings, right? That is the police himself shot my son and not the security guard. Because it was a history, it is a history with my son Rhonda Clark and the police officer, right? Because they pick up my son in the month of April when they had the protest for Adriana Young, right? And they place him in prison. My child is never, everybody could talk, you could check the records too. Just check the records and you will know, you will hear from persons that my son is not a menace to society, right? They placed my son in prison, and when my son came out, right, from remand, the police officer, the district police officer, I'm not with his name. He said, you can be son, see him, and said there was some maybe exchange of words. My son said to you put me in prison wrongfully. The man said, I shot you before I bust your head. Before I bust your head and I could put the hammer upon you. So when my son got a shot, because as footage show, my son was chased by the police. He was coming home to his home right in Falls. We live at Falls, 2nd Street Falls, where my son were gunned down. We live at the 10th Street. So I believe it's the police officer killed my son. Yes.
Who for the family witnessed the post-mortem examination?
Well, no one witnessed the post-mortem today, no one. They said no, it's just for the CID. Nobody witnessed that. And the thing that amazed me this morning, we came here before 6 o'clock. And 7:30, minutes to 8, no officer was here. No CID was here pertaining to observing or giving us information or being here that we can register to get the body on the PM. It was very shocking.
Yep. Welcome back, folks. That is Michelle Clark, the mother of Rhonda Clark, who was shot on the 8th. And we do have an update on that. The police are saying that in addition to that autopsy that was done this morning, that medical examination, that's post-mortem examination, that a ballistics examination was done today as well, and that the bullet from Clark matches that of the gun from the security officer there in Falls and not the police. The family is not, they're not buying this. and they told us that the lawyer, Dr. Dexter Todd, he's going to make an official statement on the way forward. Again, the police are saying that the ballistics, the bullet matches that of the security guard. The family saying they are not buying this. Their attorney, Dexter Todd, Dr. Dexter Todd, is going to point the way forward. We're going to leave it there tonight, folks. We are so privileged to have had so many of you on the live tonight. Share the live for us. Smash that emoji button, folks, and let me go down the road. Buckle up, buckle up. It's about to get even more interesting. It's about to get even more interesting. Y'all don't bother with me. Don't bother with me. I tell you all, it's one problem I had all the time. One problem all this time. One. Not many, one.
When you're educated and you're talented and you're good looking, for some reason, they hate you. So anyway.
Believe it, folks. Have a very good evening. That's a time.